Good morning, Coolest Coast. It's time for Coffee with Kristen and Tina. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Coffee with Kristen and Tina. We're your hosts. This is Kristen Odell. I'm Tina Prigge. So glad to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Kristen, I have to say, I'm so happy to be alive today. I don't know, struck by some malaise the last few days. I was like feverish, headachy, achy, and I was like, oh my God, if this is my life now, this is terrible. And so this morning I woke up and the headache had cleared and I feel like $1,000,000 and I just need to celebrate that.
Was this like a summer virus?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a virus, possibly with the fever, but also I think I may have gotten dehydrated on Saturday, so I don't know what the implications of that would be.
Mm.
I was thinking maybe that's the headache and the aches, but I guess a fever doesn't really. Yeah, is there something going around? I don't know. I'm disappointed I had it. I'm so thankful now after 3 days that it's gone.
Well, I have a family member that kind of also had the same thing last week. And it was like 5 days, fever, some also like digestion stuff.
Yeah.
And like, just seems weird. And it
Okay,
was
so maybe it was a
too
little
long,
summer.
maybe too long to be like, food poisoning or you know what I mean? But yeah, very weird. It's
Yeah, there
not
wasn't throwing up, so it didn't seem to be food poisoning, right? Like it. Anyway, I'm back and we're here to do a show. Woohoo!
Yes, I am so glad that you're feeling better because
It's hard
that's
when you
not
don't feel
fun.
good and how much it disrupts life, right?
Yeah. Although I will say that it has been unseasonably warm for us. This is like I don't even know. This is probably the warmest summer that I can remember in a long time.
Like, are you
Yeah,
sweating right now? I can't tell. The camera doesn't show it, but like I feel like I'm getting sweaty just sitting here.
much cooler out today than it has been. I noticed that right away. We got up and went to CrossFit this morning and yeah, it was much just the air temperature feels different. It's still a little humid, but yeah, yeah, to change my
Well,
mind.
I have to say congratulations to you because you shared a picture of this completed project of your camper. This is a whole remodel, it looks like. Okay, tell us about this
Kind
because it
of.
looks so
So,
cool.
we've had our camper for 3 years, and we've always just had I don't know if you have the other picture I sent with
I
Reggie in it,
do.
but it was a booth. There we go. So, we're a family of 5, and we have seating for 4. And so that's just kind of always been a challenge. Somebody sits on the couch. And I mean, we don't spend a lot of time inside the camper, but like if it's raining and yucky, it's nice to like have a place to hang out. And then you can kind of see this table has just kind of always been a piece of junk. And it has this one little skinny pole and it was kind of attached to the wall. And at some point, Doug actually like screwed it into the wall on the brackets so that it would stay because it was meant to originally like move down and be like a toddler bed. Like you could sleep there.
Oh, I can see the brackets on the bottom of the benches there.
Yes.
Okay.
So we just decided like, okay, we're fixing this to the wall. We don't have little people in our family anymore. Like we don't really need the extra bed. And then finally, when Doug and I went camping earlier, so we were like, okay, can we strategize this into something else? We started looking around. Well, we found tabletops and the bases on Amazon for pretty reasonable. And so Doug took that booth out that's on the right and like cut it down and made it into an L. So now if you go to the other picture,
Yeah, and I just want you to hold in your mind, viewers, the size, like how small and constricted this space is.
yeah.
Because carry on.
So now this is it. So he's moved the base of that booth to the back. So we have this big L, which for sure 4 of us can fit there. We probably can fit 5 of us in there. The person that is sitting on the couch is like included. There's nobody's backs to them. So like I
Yeah.
was sitting there on Saturday when he was working on this. I had my coffee on the edge of the table and it like totally worked. And we could bring a lawn chair in and like have somebody sit on the other side of the table now.
It totally expanded it. It almost tripled the space.
It feels like that and it looks bigger. Like I don't know why like a visual barrier why it made such a like mental difference, but it turned out so good. We're so excited. So that little cushion on the back is just there for right now. We're using some old pillows that we had around the house, and I got some new cute like camping pillows that'll actually go along the bench there. But yeah, we're excited. We're camping this weekend, so we're gonna try it out.
And the table looks so sturdy. It's a whole different feel.
Yeah.
So, how did you plan it out? How did you visualize? How did you know how you could readjust things and realign them and maximize that space?
Well, let me just start out by saying we are not home renovators. This is not our strong suit. We're good at a lot of other things, but not that. So Doug just took measurements and he actually, before he cut anything, just moved that base over to just kind of see how it would feel. And like held the tabletop up while we sat around it to see like, is there enough room for us to get in and out? And, just kind of to test it. And
I love this story.
yeah, and I mean, like, it's nerve wracking, right? Because you buy a camper, you pay a lot of money, and he's literally gonna like saw the back off the booth. And we're like, oh my gosh, are we gonna totally ruin this? And the next people, whoever we pass this on to at some point, are gonna hate it. But now that it's done, we're like, no way, this is so cool.
Yeah, and because when you commit to something like that, right, there's no control Z or, like, undo button, like, once you hack it off, it's off, and I
Yes,
love that he approached it methodically and, like, kinda tested it as you guys went,
yeah,
and then so he did it all himself, that's amazing.
totally did. I mean, he had little hands, little helpers here to work on the way, and I kind of came out and held the table so we could try different people behind there. And but yeah, it's exciting. Like
So
it
the
worked.
the maiden voyage will be this weekend?
Yeah, we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes.
Awesome, and can you tell us where you're going, or is that top secret?
Ooh, we're gonna be at Shawano County Park this weekend, one of our favorite places.
Okay, why? Why is that a favorite?
Well, it's right on Shawano Lake, which if anybody knows, that's like a great shallow lake. You can just like walk forever and ever and ever into the water because it's just very shallow. So it's very gradual, fun to play. The campground just has like really fun things.
Okay,
It has a playground, it has an ice cream stand, it has a great beach. My aunt and uncle have their pontoon boat there. It's just like
awesome.
it's not a summer if we don't spend a weekend there.
Oh, it sounds very chill, and it sounds like all of your needs are met.
Yeah. We use the word needs loosely, but
All of your needs when you're in the wild.
that's right. That's right. So, yes, kudos
Hey,
to Doug.
yesterday, we stopped at a Quick Trip. I was going to see the prosthetist down in Milwaukee, and so we had to make a pit stop. And you probably all know I have a preference for Quick Trips. But as I was rolling in, I'm like, Jason, wait, stop! I have to take a picture. I said, "This is Asia Vu." And if anyone visits Wrap It Up, you might know Asia. She's from Manitowoc, and I was just so excited. I messaged her mom the picture. I'm like, "Is that Asia?" I'm like, "Everything's telling me this is Asia." She said, "Yep, she's part of this Quick Trip Midwest campaign." So she said she's gonna be popping up on trucks and should be all over the Midwest. And I thought, I love that,
Yeah.
that born and bred Manitowoc girl is
Cool things
goes to
from
Quick Trip.
Manitowoc, right?
Yeah, yeah,
She looks beautiful in that picture.
yeah.
Can you go back? I love
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
your reflection in that picture also.
Oh, yeah.
Concentrating and making sure you get the shot.
It
Go for
reminds me too, Teek sent me a link to a TikTok video. Apparently, Kevin Sievert, also from Manitowoc, also who worked at Wrap It Up. Um, I wonder if it's Wrap It Up that's the secret sauce here. Um, there's a viral video of him. So he was in a show, and somebody sings a line, and then somebody else sings a line, and then Kevin just bursts into this line and delivers it so wonderfully. Apparently, it was like going viral.
I love Kevin, first of all. We've had Kevin on the show, a long time ago. Can you drop that link in the comments so if somebody wants to watch it, they can
Oh,
check it out?
yes, I have to track it down. I myself am not a TikToker, but I will see if I can find it, or I'll ask Teek again.
I'm also not a TikToker, but I do know that usually you can get the videos and still watch them even if you're not an official.
Oh, good to know. Okay. Yes, I will
But
track it because it's so cute. And then I'm sorry, but it will be stuck in your head, the song that he sings. The rest of your
really,
day, you'll be singing it.
when did you watch it and how long did you sing for?
Let's see. It's probably a month ago now, and it still pops into my head from time to time.
I love that. Kevin has just such a great, like, ball of energy, and so if he's not already famous from that TikTok video, let's make him famous, Manitowoc.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm disappointed in myself now that I didn't think ahead and pre-plan the video to share it on the show.
Our listeners can just be waiting patiently and with so much excitement to watch it. We're building it up.
Right, right. So what else is going on?
Oh, Tina, it's kind of a weird first of all, it feels like fall today. It's not because of the temperature, but the gloom.
The gloom, there's like a definite gloom.
So, and I've heard some of the gloom is from wildfire fires in Canada. And maybe some of the gloom is just because it's overcast today. We desperately need rain. And I think every day it said, hey, it's supposed to rain, but we haven't actually got rain.
No, it's been days.
But yeah, I noticed when I got up this morning, I'm like, wow, it seems really dark. And it's just kind of eh.
You know, wildfires would kind of explain there's a little bit I feel like when I breathe in deep, there's a little something in the air, right? Like a
Mm,
little
yeah.
pollution or something.
Well, is it that or breeze malting, roasting? I'm asking because I love that they do this in town, but it kind of smells like burnt popcorn downtown.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Right. Does it make it hazy too, or is it just the smell?
I don't think it really makes it hazy. I don't think the haze has anything to do with breeze. It's just the
Okay. But
smell.
you're thinking what I'm detecting in the air could be related to that.
What you smell could be that. But I do think I mean, we've had pretty consistent like air quality warnings that I know affect some people for, breathing and different things. So
So how has beach quality been? Do you know? Have the beaches been able to stay open?
I have no idea. We have been at the aquatic center a couple of times in the last 2 weeks,
Oh.
enjoying the blue water, playing with friends, just taking in the sunshine. I've been reading books there. Um,
Anything good? Anything you want to share with us?
mm, I'm trying to think what. So I posted the other day asking for book titles, and the ladies and one guy showed up strong in our community. Um, there's definitely some good ones on there. There's some that I've read before. So maybe what I'll do is I'll grab those titles and drop them in the comments too, just in case somebody is not with me personally. But I started one the last, gosh, you always do this. I should have just looked it up. Um, I grabbed one of the authors that was recommended and started a book on that. It's kind of like a psychological thriller, a little bit. It's kind of creeping me out when I'm reading at night in bed.
Oh.
They're in
And
like,
will you keep going?
yeah, they're in like a spooky house and things are happening. And so I'm like, I don't know if I should be reading this at night before I'm going to sleep. It feels weird. Do you ever have that sensation
Oh, I never like to read those types of books, especially not at bedtime.
at all?
You know, I think that life is, like, uncertain and scary enough. I don't wanna be peeking around the corners in my own house with things that I read in a book creeping me out, you know what I mean? I'm like, "Yeah, no, no."
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm kind of trying to decide like I'm not a quitter. Like I just am not a quitter at anything. And so it would be very hard for me to just be like, no, I'm not going to finish this book. That would be
Would it bother you in the sense that, "Ah, this story was started and I need to know how it ends," or just the fact that you didn't read the last page?
I have a strong sense of needing to finish what I start and I have a high sense of responsibility. So I feel like if I started it, I need to follow through. Like,
Yeah, but not if you don't love it. When it comes to books, I really, really believe that unless you're, like, loving the story, if you feel edified by it, definitely keep going. But if you're like,
yeah, it's
quit a
interesting.
book fast so you can start something better because there are so many books. We could never read all the books in the world.
You're definitely 100% right. I think what I may do is read it during the day while we're camping and then read something different at night.
See, now camping reading a scary book would probably freak me out even more, right? Like with woods and stuff about.
Maybe. I don't know. I just think it's like something about winding down in bed at night and this kind of thing that just doesn't work together.
Like, I
I'll let
remember
you
reading I read Stephen King It in high school, and it, like, freaked me out for a long time. Like, I would dash from the car to get into the house if I was out at night, and
We were looking at books the other day and that book popped up and Nora's like, "Ooh, click on that one." And I was like, "Absolutely not. No,
don't do
no,
it, don't do it.
no way. Not happening."
Well, if anyone's looking for just, like, a sweet, sort of romantic, multiple redemption arc story, I just finished reading The Wedding People. It's not necessarily the type of book I would typically read. I love historical fiction. I love travel adventure. This is more of like I'm not necessarily rom com, but like romance, right? But there are multiple, like the lead characters. All of them have this interesting arc of redemption where they end up making choices that make their lives better. And it doesn't mean it's the easy choice, and it doesn't mean that um, it wasn't hard won, right? But it was just really kind of satisfying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have read that book. Can you give a brief plot line without ruining the story for people watching, just in case they wanna.
Sure, yeah, because the premise is interesting. So the lead character, her life kind of falls apart. Her husband leaves her for a colleague. Her work's not going very well. Her cat dies, and she's just like done, right? Like over. And she had been wanting to visit this resort for a long time, but her husband always put it off, blah, blah, blah. So she decides she's going to this resort, even though it's super expensive. She's getting like the best suite, and she's going to take a bottle of cat tranquilizers and end it all. Right. Like, so she buys this fancy gown. She's going to get all this room service. So when she checks into the hotel, they're like, oh, this hotel is booked for a wedding. The entire thing is booked by the wedding party. We're not even sure how you got the reservation. They're like, "Are you sure you wanna stay?" She's like, "Yep, I wanna stay," because 'cause she's got her plan. She doesn't care what else is going on. And so it kind of goes from there. They
Yeah,
become, it's there's all these separate wedding people and what their separate individual dramas are. And then there's her and how it ends up blending and supporting, and it's quite beautiful.
I definitely have read that book, and I highly recommend it. I enjoyed it so much.
Nice.
It was so good.
Yay! Oh, I'm so glad you liked it.
Yeah. Okay, friends.
Yeah, tell us what you're reading. Put it in the chat so that we can share it right now. Or if you have any recommendations, it doesn't have to be what you're involved in right now.
Alright, so Tina, I was thinking about we're kind of coming into this last month of summer, and as a mom, I kind of feel like, "Hey, have we kinda checked off our summer bucket list, our must-dos for the summer in Wisconsin?" So if you think about the things that are your must-dos, what's on that list?
I mean, I feel like if you ask me that question, it's going to be quite different. And it'll be different for me even than it was last summer.
Yes.
So, I mean, for me, it's just getting by day to day.
Also
Right?
a good goal.
Taking that next step, learning how to step, practicing all that. Yeah, so I don't have any big bucket list items, like, to answer that question
What about little things? What
appropriately.
about, like, your favorite summer things? Like, I will give you an example. Obviously, one of our things, we must do it at least once, usually it's more often than that, is to, like, hit the big cow for ice cream, right? Or we really love to try to make a trip up to Green Bay to Bay Beach at least once in the summer.
Okay. Um, well, I am kind of a regular at the Little Cow.
Nice. Thank you for the confession.
And, speaking of Bay Beach, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the summer exchange program. The students are on their way home to Manitowoc right now. Their flight is in the air with
Yay.
the 6 students from Japan, and I just have to share this beautiful photo of them all together. This is their last second to last night in Kamogawa. There was a festival. They all got to wear traditional summer yukata and watch fireworks. Isn't that photo so precious?
It looks like an epic summer bucket list check off item.
So it's really exciting that they're all coming to Manitowoc, and the photos that they've been sharing all week, what's really heartwarming is you can see all these genuine smiles. You can see what a good time they're having, like, that's the
Sure.
true tell.
What are some things that those students typically do when they're here in Manitowoc?
They are gonna do, like, a scavenger hunt at the Raw West Art Museum. They're gonna visit the Maritime Museum. They're gonna tour the lighthouse. They're gonna go kayaking and play some Frisbee. They're gonna go to Farm Wisconsin. They go to a Timber Rattlers game.
Nice.
They have a whole government day where they get to, like, um, go into a police car and, hold a fire hose and things like that. What else? I think I'm missing some things, but
Sure.
they're doing, so their art day, they go not only to the Maritime or the Roberts Art Museum, but they're gonna go to Glaze and Paint and make, like,
Oh,
a keepsake
nice.
project, and then their last full day that they're all together is a big scrapbooking day where all the kids sit down and there's all these photos printed, and they just get to make these cool, like, keepsake books.
That is so awesome. That was a really good list of things that you could do in this area in the summer or
Thanks.
with family.
I do think they visit the big cow too.
On the top of the list.
So, and by the way, viewers, they are arriving tonight. So I know their flight is about an hour delayed, but we anticipate they'll get to City Hall in Manitowoc around 8:30 or 9 p.m. So if you happen to still be awake and out and about, and you want to come down to City Hall and help hold up a banner and cheer for them and say hello, it's pretty fun, and you're
That
all
is so
invited.
exciting. I'm so just it's again, just such a cool program and what a fun thing to know, okay, they're gonna be in our community in the next couple of days, and if you see them out and about, say hi, welcome.
Yeah. Ask them a question. It will brighten your day, and it'll totally make their day too,
Yeah,
to be
that's
seen.
really cool.
Okay, so you answer the bucket list question, Kristen.
Well, so, I kinda mentioned the cow. I think so Nora filled a sheet out, this summer, and she's got, like, a concert or music in the park on there, a beach day, which we did. She had a picnic on there, which we actually checked off when we went to the aquatic center last week. We decided to pack lunch, and we sat outside at CP on they have that nice big playground
Yeah.
right on the corner of, let's see, be 21st and New York, maybe. So we hung out there and played before we went to the aquatic center. I mean, just really, kind of fun baseline things. She had have a water balloon fight.
It's cool that it's driven by the kids' perspective. I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, water balloon fight, how fun.
Yeah. I'm just along for the ride. I just get to do the fun things. But I think she had mini golf on there, which we try to kind of do that when we're, vacationing. It's just kind of a fun thing to do as a family. But we enjoy either going to the one by the aquatic center or out at Village Inn is always fun, out by the lake. So,
Is there a mini golf champ in your family? Is there somebody that always wins?
mm, I don't think so. Probably Doug. He's the most experienced.
Does cribbage equate to mini golf?
No, I go down that I'll have to report in on the, cribbage games from over the weekend and let you know what happened.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So we
So
pulled out some fun board games, though, to take with us. So we grabbed categories, which
oh,
I realize I have failed the children that they don't know how to play this yet. So they were asking about it last time, like, "Ooh, let's take that along because a lot of people can play that."
I
And
remember that being a fun game, but I can't recall the premise. How does
yeah,
that work?
you roll a dice that has letters on it, and so that's your letter, and then you have a list of things, and you have so much time to, like, think of something that starts with that letter for that list, and then you just get points, and, you play so many rounds, and the person wins, so,
Oh, that's a cool game. I love that it, like, challenges your mind.
yes. So we grabbed that, we grabbed Scrabble, I love Scrabble, Nora loves Scrabble, so we'll play Scrabble a couple of times, and then we grabbed another game that's called Code Names. And there's two, let's say you and I are the special agents. We're on separate different teams. And then we have a team of operatives basically who are on our team. And you have to, like, there's a board that has all these cards on it, and you have to give them clues to get them to flip over the right cards. So, like, you and I would have the map of where our cards are and where the other team's cards are, and you have to give them clues to try to get them to flip the right cards over. And if you get them right, then it's your color. And if we get it wrong, then it would be your color. And
I think I played that once,
have
yeah.
you? And there's an assassin in there. If you flip the assassin over, you lose. There's innocent bystanders on there that are nothing, and so you have to try to get basically the team with the most number of cards in their team color wins. And it's been a while since we played it. We got it a couple of years ago, but the girls are definitely old enough to play it now, and you can play with a lot of people. So we've grabbed that.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
you know, one of my all-time favorite games was Boulder Dash. I don't
Oh,
know, would you think Nora's old enough to play that one yet?
I don't know. I don't know if I know how to play Boulder Dash.
Oh, it's lovely. So, it is all of these, like, you know how we talk about words on this show, like, "Oh, we just discovered this new word." It is literally all these words that nobody is expected to know.
Okay.
And so, let's say I'm the judge, and I pick one and I read the word. I say the word out loud. Now, each of you writes down that word and writes what you think the definition is. And the thing is, you want people to choose your definition as the real definition. And you also get points if it's close to the real definition.
Okay. Cool.
But because nobody knows the word except for the judge,
Yeah.
you get these wildly and sometimes hilariously different. And sometimes somebody like ends up getting close to the definition without like any like, how? How did that happen? Anyway, I just love it. It's just it's excellent wordplay.
I feel like you would just know the words and all the definitions, and it would you'd be so brilliant at it that you would
I
know.
promise you I don't. But my tell whenever I play that game is I end up saying, like, an ancient Scottish something or other for some reason.
That's your lead-in for everyone. Uh, do you is that one of those games that, like, you have to let time go in between playing it so that you don't, like, memorize the cards or get too familiar with the words?
Oh, there are so many cards and so many options.
Oh, nice. So
Like,
it's not you can play it kinda back to back and not
I never played it enough that I ever had a duplicate word. And I used to love playing that game, so
I love that. That's cool. Do you have that game at your house?
I do. I haven't played it in ages. Wouldn't that be fun to try?
Maybe we should put that on our list for our next game night.
Yeah, and then if you like it, you could borrow it.
How do you think Doug and Mr. John would do playing Boulder Dash against us.
They wouldn't stand a chance.
Uh, I get nervous being confident against those two.
I know, I
You're
know.
dangerous.
My dad might be too literal, though.
I think that would actually make it more fun. Like, I think his definitions would be so funny.
Let's try it. That would be fun.
And your mom could play that.
She'd be good. My mom's good at English.
Would Jason play?
Maybe he just doesn't love games, but perhaps because I think he would be good at it. I think he's, very creative at coming up with stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I feel like it would tap into his ideation to make up definitions for words that he doesn't know.
Maybe if we didn't call it a game, maybe if we presented it in some other way.
How would you pitch that? Hopefully, Jason's not watching today. How would you pitch that to him? It's not a game. That's tricky.
If we needed an assist, we'll have to workshop that.
Oh, I
Hey,
love
Kristen, do you remember a few weeks ago we shared an image of the top of your butter container? How it had a space, a notch for the knife, but if you took out the knife, it was like, oh. So
yes.
the other day there was a storm and there ended up being this beautiful rainbow outside. And there was this rainbow, like this, there was this spot of sun on my neighbor's house and the rainbow going over. And I knew she wouldn't have that view. Even if she stepped outside, she wouldn't see her own house that way. So I snapped a picture and I sent it to her. And I'm going to show it to you because I only saw the rainbow. And she said, Tina, there's only one thing I see in this picture. And now I can't unsee it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see an umbrella standing proud right in the middle of the photograph. So I understand where she's going. And just so you know, we were driving to the gym this morning very early in the morning at 5:45, and all the umbrellas are outside at Courthouse Pub, and I just couldn't even look at them the same. It's
It's
like
just
once
so
you've seen
funny.
it, you can't unsee it.
Why do we do that to ourselves?
Why is her mind so much in the gutter? And now she's taking us all down with her.
Well, Kristen, this has been delightful. I hope you have an awesome camping trip. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Thank
Can't wait
you.
to play some Boulder Dash with you.
Balderdash. I'm gonna look that up right now.
Yeah, and viewers, let us know, what kind of games are you playing?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's been hot, so we've been spending time inside, right? So, I mean, some inside. I don't know. Have you been spending time inside?
A lot of time inside. Yeah, the AC is such a nice respite.
I know. Aren't we so blessed?
It's true.
90s, baby.
And blessed to have this opportunity to have this conversation. Thank you,
Yay.
Kristen.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
everyone for watching Coffee with Kristen and Tina. Kristen Odell, I'm Tina Prigge. We'll see you next time on Coffee with Kristen and Tina.